at the early stages of the game, as Ona's coming up very early.
This is what I was talking about. If you don't have vision, it's like too late. You already used your dash. You did see the crystal start here for Faker. Nice hook.
Yeah, hook going to connect onto Carrier there, and Carrier's going to try his very best to turn this one around. Of course, Braum pretty strong in the early levels.
Keen, is he going to try to stop this? No, it will be Dread who does that. He sees it immediately. He's like, oh no.
Yeah, we're going to have to use some mist pretty effectively, but it's not actually going to do anything. That's first blood so easily. Now will be, as there's the Realm Warp. Teleport to immediately come in. That's a very early pillar to come through as Fly teleports in. Flashes forward, looks for Faker. Not going to be able to do anything there. Goes back to both of his distortions just to make sure.
Yep. Just looking as cool as possible while he does it. That's more than half of his health bar gone here. So maybe this is actually doable now because Owner has done so much damage to the Herald already.
Faker going to flash before Dread's able to get that kick through as in goes Fly once more, but now doesn't have the distortion, finds the mimicked version. As now Fly, with that fake version of himself, is able to get himself out of the way. Leo's here and in position. Let's see what they can actually do. The culling is available. Severum, the Crescendum and the Calibrum are up here for Leo, so we can do a lot of long-range damage. Cannon now trying to get Snippy, and they landed onto Lahan's. The Super Mega Death Hook comes through, and the ulti from Leo is not going to land. T1, they group up and get the job done. Gumayushi with the double. That is the thing, is Dread is going to spot this. They want the dive coming.
Yeah, they want the Rift Herald drop. They want to kill Keen. So many resources coming up here for Afrika. Look at the rotation from Lahen's.
Yeah, and you can see Afrika are like, they understand that they need to be as secretive as possible as Carrier doesn't put up the door. And now Dread finds his way in, finds the Q. He wanted the kick. Flashes for it, as you can see, Keen gets exhausted. Dread safeguards to get on top of the Lucian, and now the rest of Afrika, they dive in on top of Ona. They're able to grab that kill. Dread very close to falling down, and they save Afrika's top side outer turret and Keen's laning phase. Afrika towards the top side, so they know what's going on. They are going to give up this outer turret.
Keen has flash, so he's totally fine.
Keen just sidesteps Carrier. Really like that. Takes himself the Lantern, as the Realm Warp is going to be, okay, taken by a couple of minions.
1 minute to go on this Drake fight, and it's going to be a very pivotal one because this is where Afrika could really not only get that extra value from the solo Mountain Drake, but is also going to be able to put themselves in a 2-Drake lead, which means they can threaten soul points. This is another Rift Herald drop that's, once again, desperate.
Yeah, and a little bit inopportune.
Too early.
Saying. It's certainly... Okay, Leo going to get blocked there by Dread. Really nicely played just to make sure that the Aphelios is going to be fine. Hook is going to connect onto the Rift Herald as it's taking a lot of damage. Does eventually get the charge. As Canna's rotating around, the turret keeps itself alive for a little bit longer as Carrier is going to go in. They take a bit of damage from Keen. Is the deadliest as Faker's going to rotate up. Dread's going to find him. There's the kick flash. Actually avoids the piercing light damage, so slightly unfortunate there as Carrier gets in there and they immediately get rid of Dread. Faker's going to be okay for a little while, but the Moonlight Vigil will be able to lock him down. As Canna tries to find some needlework, but doesn't get it here. Utilize that range advantage as Dread coming on up here as there's a blast cone, and okay, Keen and Dread are going to be absolutely fine. Relentless Pursuit is going to get Keen to safety.
That one ward
is a unit trying to get over here. The Drake is taken by Faker, but he's got Realm Warp, he's got Teleport, he's got a lot of ways that he can get through. As Keen gonna get snipped. He's stuck inside, but he's still able to click the Lantern. Snips come forward. They do manage to take down the Lucian, and then immediately Canna goes golden. But look at this Aphelios damage. He's doing a lot of work. A lot of things just appear in that pit as Dread is going to get the kick back onto Faker. Now we've got a teleport to come through. Let's see whether they can actually get this. He does have the Zhonya's complete as Fly gets out, but Keen, he's not going to be so lucky. He's stuck in there. Super Mega Death Rocket finishes off the kill as Realm Warp is going to come through as well. That's going to bring Gumayushi over.
I was like, some sunk cost fallacy here for Afrika, Atlas, I think.
Right.
They were like, well, we waited this long, we might as well just all in on Faker, and his Zhonya's just outlast literally everything, allows T1 to punish. Now they have a man advantage for this Baron.
Well, Hook is going to connect there onto Carrier, but of course Carrier is okay with being hooked. That's a great Rune Prison onto Fly. He's denied the exit. That distortion, of course, able to get himself out of the way, so not going to get punished too much, but T1 still, they're going to make the map very, very dark. Dread wanting to come on in here, but that's going to be the ult invested onto Lahan's. Hook is going to bring Carrier back as another Culling comes through. Keria very close to falling. Immediately, Vision goes down for
Keria's
T1.
back. He's not. It's no longer a 5v4. He's here.
Yep, the box comes in. Okay, so they have Vision. Can they actually get in there, though, is the question. Is that Realm Warp was not exactly where I was expecting it to be, but it might just be the end of Lehens, as it is going to be a trade of supports, but Keen's already dead. Leo has a whole lot of survivability, but just not enough.
And your composition cannot just start Baron before T1. T1 could start a Baron and then turn. Yours, not so much, because you're so reliant on Fly to play this LeBlanc at a flank angle. And you see he's just completely irrelevant in this fight. This is a 5v4, and it should not have been this way. It should have actually been 5v4 start for Afrika, but they wait so long. T1 go for the punish. And T1 have just been way more decisive this game than Afrika have, and they've just been playing as if T1 is 3 times the better team than they are. It's so well that it's really hard for Fly to actually close the distance and go in there.
As Cannon is actually a little bit too far forward here. That's real dangerous. No, it's been fantastic.
Look at all the wards that Afrika have to commit.
Okay, that's a hook onto Keria. He's going to die immediately. Fly tries to get in there. Gumyushi down to below half.
And look at
Red's
the
going to move on
choppers.
in. They're going to do their very best to try and get down. But, I mean, look at all of this CC.
And there's nothing else on the map.
The 7,000 gold lead that they have right now. Like, this is T1's game to lose, but I can't shake the feeling that maybe there's just going to be that flip as Dread. Okay, he's going to be able to take the Lantern out. Fly gets towards the side, but he has Distortion to get himself out of the way. Fishing now with these pillars as Canna diving forward, looking for a little bit more. You can see Leo getting dove on. Great kickback onto Canna, but look at the damage. Faker finally able to get in there. Immediately pops to Dread. Now trying to get out of the way, and it's Gumiyushi's turn to get the hard carry happening. This is going to be the ace, and T1 will just be able to march down the mid lane and finish off this game.
What a great end to this game for T1. Soars a little wide, but Fly.
The super mega almost rocket.
Press the attacks on him. Is he going to get out of here?
Yeah.
It looks like the answer is yes. He actually can go back too if he wants to, but the Nexus is going to go down.
Yep.
T1.
Some say that Fly is still running away from T1, but we will never know as T1 do take down the Nexus. They finish off what feels like
Jack it up.
Look up later on.
볼만해.
We're going to watch these comms, so listen to these
걸리
comms.
신도공.
유창권
앞으로 앞으로.
뒤에 조심해 뒤에 조심해
special delivery
뒤에 좋아,
that
앞에
went
좋아.
into your backline.
Yep.
르블랑 르블랑.
한 볼게
Yeah, just saying Lee has
Ah,
no
yeah,
ultimate.
거의 잡은 듯
방패대.
And,
아
I
이게
mean,
진짜다.
야 이거 미드
라인, 라인.
미드라인
just
있어
push
있어
mid,
있어
push the wave, push the wave, push the wave.
나이스
좋아요.
와
Faker's already saying it's over. He's saying nice.
인형이 너무 잘한다
대가리.
인형이 너무 잘한다고 너 말고
And they're talking about Keen just being really good, you know.
형다 나는
Kana's like showing a lot of respect.
Yeah, and Canna
Put it,
just
put it.
saying sorry. But
이민영이라는 줄
he did his job in the end.